estate agent vlog. I can't really call this estate agency. This is independent estate agency. Oh, this is what estate agency should be like. So I've got a photo shoot today at 3 o'clock. The sellers live abroad. Property is tenanted. Cleaner is coming in at 12 to make it look great. I am going to a few shops now to just buy a few props to just make it look fantastic for the photography. It's presentation that sells. Presentation is key. I speak to a lot of people whose agents just advise them, no, don't do anything, put it on the market as it is, and we will get sellers, buyers. People haven't got any imagination. You need to present it the best way. It is costing you money if your property is not presented correctly. So join me today. I'm off to some shops now. What I showed you now is a little snippet of what I am able to do for my clients now as an independent agent and what I was just not able to do before. So those clips showed just a simple trip to B&Q, getting a few bids, getting a few plants, putting them on the terrace. After that, I went to M&S, bought some flowers, bought a loaf of bread, bought some fruits for a nice fruit bowl, and then turned up early to the photo shoot. My photographer turned up early as well with the videographer, which was amazing because they are the most lovely people and they helped me move furniture around and stage the whole flat, and it was absolutely impeccable. So altogether, we spent 2.5 hours in that flat, which is absolutely unheard of. I treat it as my own. My clients live abroad, so they have zero control over this. So they have given me complete trust to stage it nicely, even though we're not using staging furniture. We're just using what the tenants had and few accessories. So to stage it nicely and take care of it and really just try and get them the best result I can without them ever having to be here. So that flat is now on the market. I'll post the video in the description below. I think it turned out really nice. The pictures look really good in my opinion. And it is a really lovely flat, 2-bed, 2-bath in Deptford. I believe it's a 7-minute walk away from New Cross Station. Deptford Station is similar distance. It's a very arty neighborhood. So right next door there are studios that you can rent out if you're an artist. So there's a big sort of art community there. The building itself is an old ship propeller maker building. So really lovely industrial building. Like even the entrance is very different. It is very different, and it's got that sort of London feel, not like the London townhouse feel, but the London industrial feel, sort of southeast London, very different to your West London properties. I am in southwest at the moment, just driving through Clapham, so very different to this, and I really like it. So it's on the market at 500,000, and please check out the details below. If you are interested in anything like this, please let me know. If you're interested in selling anything, it doesn't have to be like this, in anything that's if you're interested in selling, let me know. So I've been to a lot of appointments now where the sellers are on the market. They are on the market with an agent, or they have been on the market with at least a couple of agents now, and they haven't sold. And there are many reasons for this. Sometimes it is the price, sometimes it's the marketing strategy, but very often is the presentation. And I spend a long time at the valuations. I have a lot less going on than the high street agent. This sounds bad. I'm not trying to make myself sound like I'm not busy. I'm very busy, but I can give these people a different level of service. I'm not stuck with other appointments or other admin in that day. So it's not a quick in and out valuation, as we call it. I turn up and I try to give as much advice as possible. And they all tell me like, this is not something they've received from anyone else. Most agents, when they go in, they'll say, yeah, don't do anything, it's perfect, it's going to sell as it is. The buyers can use their imagination, and that's it. Don't waste your time doing anything. I'm completely different. If it doesn't look good, I'm going to be honest and I'm going to tell you, look, it's not great. This is why it's not selling. It's not selling because your flat is dirty, it's messy, it's just packed with stuff. You need to declutter. And this is the advice that people need to hear. And it's crazy what a big difference this can actually make. So presentation makes a huge amount of difference. I keep saying this, and I've said this in many of my videos on other social media platforms, like on TikTok. I talk well on TikTok. I talk about presentation a lot, and I say that buyers don't have imagination. This is the main thing I've learned in this job. And I come from creative background before estate agency. So it's mind-boggling to me how people will come into a flat and just say, I don't know if my bed's going to fit here. I'm like, this is a massive 5 by 4 meter bedroom. Of course your bed's going to fit here. Well, that's not how I say it. But they can't imagine anything. So people need to see a flat, the property, the home, staged the way that they would like, or similar to the way that they would live. They need to imagine themselves living there. And that is the absolute crucial bit to this. So if a property is empty, I recommend the stager. If a property is already furnished and it's just not great, maybe the bed is in the wrong place. Some people will have a sort of bed in the middle of the room under a window. It doesn't work. Usually the way it was intended when it was built is you look at one of the walls in the bedrooms, you'll see plugs sort of 2 meters away from each other. That's where the bedside tables are meant to go. That's where you put the bed, and that's usually the layout that makes most sense. So try to go for that when you are rearranging furniture for the sale. It is very, very important that you try to maximize your space. So if there's your room just has to make sense. And it's not up to what you like, it's up to what the general public will like. There is a reason why developers will always have a show home. It is to show the best case scenario. It's like when you go to a car dealership and they will give you a test drive in the best specified car. They will give you the top spec car, and then it's like, okay, well, and then you can only afford this. And it turns out you can only afford the very basic model. But that's the same with furniture. You should show the best furniture that you can have. If you're staging the flat, go for the nicest possible style. If it's your own furniture, declutter, rearrange it, make it look appealing, make it look amazing, make everything else, towels, bedding, everything. What I say is like, it needs to be a hotel style finish. So when you've done your bedding, for the photos, iron it. When you've put your towels on the towel rail, fold them neatly. It needs to look absolutely 100%, and trust me, this will make a huge difference. And especially for the viewing, so when people walk in, they will feel like, oh, these people really, really care for the place. Again, just like a car, you go for a test drive and it's dirty, it's disgusting, it stinks. You'll feel like this was neglected. Same with a property. People want to feel nice when they walk in. They don't want to feel like they're buying something neglected. And these days, when cost of materials is really high, people actually prefer buying things that are refurbished. A lot of people don't want to do the work themselves because it is unaffordable. They're already buying at the top of their budget. They just don't have any money left over. Secondly, first-time buyers, they are moving out of their parents' home quite often, or they're moving out of a rental. But let's say they're moving out of a parent's home. It's a nice house. It's a big house where they grew up, and now they're not going to buy some crap hole. They want to buy a nice place, and it needs to again look nice. So remember this when you go to sell. I am an estate agent and a property advisor. I'm independent. If you need any advice, if you need to sell a property, please contact me directly. I'll be more than happy to help. All of my social media and contact details and everything is listed below. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye bye.